All right, future storytellers, welcome. We are about to dive deep into one of the most powerful forms of communication out there, film. I mean, think about it. It's this incredible universal language, a perfect mix of art, industry, and technology that literally shapes how we see the world. But where did it all come from? So that's the big question, right? How do you even begin to invent something so huge? Something that can make millions of people laugh or cry or think? What's the secret recipe? Well, here's the unbelievable part. You don't. No one sat down with a blueprint for cinema. This entire art form, it was basically a happy accident, just a result of pure curiosity and a whole lot of trial and error. Okay, so to understand how this accident even happened, we have to pull back the curtain on the magic trick that makes it all work. And the magician? Well, it's actually your own brain. It all comes down to two little quirks happening inside your head. First, your brain hangs onto an image for just a split second after it's gone. And second, it sees a bunch of still pictures shown really fast as one continuous movement. These two simple tricks are the foundation of every single movie you've ever watched. That first trick has a name: persistence of vision. It basically means your brain holds on to an image for about a fifth of a second after you've seen it. This is what lets our minds connect the dots between all those individual frames, filling in the black gaps to create a super smooth experience. And the second trick is called the 5 phenomenon, but you definitely know it as the flipbook effect. You know, when you see still images fly by in rapid succession, and your brain just automatically sees them as continuous motion. When you put those two things together, you realize every movie you've ever seen is just a really fancy flipbook. Now, what's really wild is that this desire to create moving pictures, it isn't new at all. It's not some product of the Industrial Revolution. Nope, this is an ancient human dream. For tens of thousands of years, we've been trying to bring pictures to life. You can see it in ancient cave paintings that seem to dance in flickering torchlight, all the way to 19th century toys like the zoetrope. Humanity just kept chasing that illusion of motion, and that chase eventually led to a very specific, kind of weird bet in 1872. But before we could ever make images move, we first had to figure out how to capture a single moment in time perfectly. And for that, we needed the absolute game changer: photography. Now, this technology didn't just appear overnight. It was built up layer by layer. It started with pioneers like Niepce, who captured the world's very first permanent photograph. Then it was improved by Daguerre, who made it something you could actually sell. But it was George Eastman, the founder of Kodak, who really blew the doors open by making photography safe, easy, and available to everybody. Each step was absolutely crucial, and they were all laying the foundation for cinema without even knowing it. So, with the science of illusion figured out and the technology of photography ready to go, the stage was set for a massive breakthrough. But the final piece of the puzzle, the thing that would connect a still photo to a moving picture, came from a very unexpected place: a bet about a horse. This was the question. A simple bet made by the governor of California, Leland Stanford. It sounds almost silly now, but answering this question would accidentally kickstart a revolution. Governor Stanford hired a photographer named Eadweard Muybridge, who came up with this brilliant setup. He lined up 12 cameras along a racetrack, and each one was attached to a tripwire. So, as the horse galloped past, it would snap the wires one by one, triggering each camera in perfect sequence. And the result? 12 perfectly timed still frames. For the very first time, motion was broken down into individual photographic moments. And yep, they proved it. A horse does, in fact, lift all 4 hooves off the ground at once. The bet was won. But the real prize was so much bigger than the bet. This experiment proved that motion could be captured, it could be analyzed, and it could be replayed. And that just lit a fire under inventors everywhere. This experiment kicked off the final sprint. Inspired by Muybridge, a French scientist created a photographic gun that could snap 12 frames a second with just one device. And that innovation was exactly what Thomas Edison and his assistant W.K.L. Dixon needed. They took that principle, tweaked it, and created the kinetograph, the world's first real motion picture camera. And just like that, cinema was born. So we've seen how it was all made, but why does this whole illusion matter so much? Why do we spend so much of our time and money watching these moving pictures? Well, it's because it's not just a recording of what's happening. Film is a true art form where every single choice, the camera angle, the lighting, the kind of lens, is all done on purpose to shape how we feel and what we understand about the story being told. It's so much more than just entertainment. It's like a cultural mirror, reflecting our own hopes and fears and values right back at us. It can show us who we are as a society, and sometimes it can even give us a little window into the deepest parts of ourselves. And as you go on to create your own stories, just remember this. This massive, multi-billion-dollar global industry, this incredibly powerful art form, it all started with a simple question about a horse. It was all one big, beautiful, happy accident that was just driven by human curiosity. So, as you think about the stories that you want to tell, just ask yourself, their journey started with a simple bet about a horse. What will yours start with? The camera is rolling. Now it's your turn.